Of course, we cannot continue without reminding you guys that this estate was set up before you even know it. Actually, no, let me take that back. Because he made an announcement. It was only the dumb people that heard the announcement. They thought it was funny. Osman Danfodio, what is his name? Who is this one again? Giza Hadid, their forefather. Samadi Bello.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the
Samadi
slide,
Bello in Poncha.
the
Hi, he
slide
said
didn't
it
move.
again.
The slide didn't move.
Oh, the slide didn't move?
Yeah, it's still on the on page 1.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let
Yeah,
me.
like they are Okwoncha, because that's the major thing. And it was church that was making a religion and church that made our people not to pay attention to important things. They will there. When you are going to church every day of the week, close shop when it's time to open shop so that you can make money. You close shop, you are praying angelus. Then when you are supposed to you mass, all that. How will you? And then in the night, it's night vigil. How can you sleep? How can you hear what they're saying? Do you know that if you are deprived of sleep, that you are like somebody that is drunk? Your brain will not work. If you do it consistently, your memory will pack up. When he got it, intentionally done. Go ahead, please.
Intentionally done. So yes, so the man came out and told you guys that that you guys will never be allowed to control your future, that you'll be stuck in their estate. So we cannot move forward without reminding you guys that. And as you can see, has a template for us to get out of it, for us to take care of our spaces, so that we can now begin to live the life that we desire. So in our objectives, we are going to look at the concept of colonization. We are going to look at Africans and Nigerians seeking complete decolonization. We are going to look at the function of slave recruiters and catchers and also their examples, questions to slave catchers and recruiters, including the church leaders. As we gave an example, the PFN under Bishop Wale Rat. Nina's proposition, the only voice of reason, and our 5-point agenda, which our brother already mentioned. So this is a picture of our sister Harriet Tubman. She said, if you hear the dog in the midst of running away from these slave catchers, because they are, like we said, is their business. So even if you hear dogs, you must keep going. What are we going? Doing the right thing, pushing for this 1999 Constitution to go down. If you see the torches in the woods, please keep going. So don't let the church come and tell you that they're working with national assemblies, that they're going to bring them and tell them what to put in the constitution. That's not how it's supposed to work. If there's even shouting from Jesus Christ of Nazareth himself, please do not ever stop. You must keep going if you want a taste of freedom. You must keep going. What are we referring to? Who will stay on this course of Nina's strategies, Nina's templates, until you come on board and understand where we're going and how we're going to get it done. So no amount of distractions. Oh, we are going from parliamentary to Ndemwa party. We are going to here. Oh, we are going to variety. The good thing though, the good thing about all of this is that you guys have accepted that the constitution is a fraud. Basically, we told you guys that last week. So at least we're on the same page on that one. And our people need to understand this. What we also need you guys to understand that it's not up to them now to make that constitution that they have agreed is fraud. That's why when we teach you guys on this show, we remind you that constituents make constitution. The constituents will make the constitution. So don't allow anybody to come with their leadership style, because a lot of them, they already trapped our people in churches and tell you, oh, I'm Bishop Wale, okay, or again. Oh yeah, this is how we are going to do. Don't worry, we are working for you guys. It's not for the churches to do. It's not for the churches to do. Let's look at the concept of colonization. As you can see in our video, our sister mentioned to you guys how these people, they come and they drain the resources. They take the wealth of the people. Nothing is left. These colonizers, they undervalue the natural assets that we have to make sure that over the course of period of time, they get way more than they're supposed to. It's even worse than the IMF. And we know the transaction is usually not fair. It's not a fair exchange. As they are doing this, these colonizers, they are richer and they keep the people in poverty. Even when there's payments to be made, they usually will give it to the political class and they will never reach the people. That's why for years, in the UN, in the NGO, oh, we sent 10 million naira to Nigeria, 10 million vaccine to Nigeria, 1 million, 1 million, billion, this one to Nigeria. And at the end of the year, now, what kind of animal will give money to a government and you don't come and ask for what the money was used for? You're not seeing the results. Then next year, they will give them another one. You can see their business partners. They don't care. They don't care. It's like here in America, they will put things in papers. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't discriminate. But at the back end, there's a way to discriminate. But in paper, so that when they go to court, they will say, oh, here are our policies and procedure. We don't discriminate. We don't care if you're black and blue. But they will hire you and they make sure they will turn you black and blue. It's the same concept. They will take, give to their partners, and then you, on behalf of you, they will take it on behalf of, I'm taking it from Nigerians. I'm working with the government that does not represent you. Let's look at about some facts about these willing tools. The indigenous political class, they are the willing tools because they all subscribe to 1999 Constitution. They all swear, we told you guys when Soludo, Professor Soludo, I swear and describe and uphold and defend the 1999 Constitution. The one source that kept us in misery all these years, Professor Soludo, in all his education and the rest of the government or the governors, they are all subscribing to it because they are the part of the colonial system that will continue to hold us down. In all their educational prowess, all the things they have learned, these people are not smart enough to know that we cannot move forward with this constitution, knowing that it has 68 exclusive lists that will not allow us to do anything for ourselves. You heard our sister in the video crying, oh, we don't have any gun, we don't have any police, we don't have any way to protect ourselves. We are waiting for God and the government. Sister, there's no government. These are gang members, occult leaders that have been left in place as pretense governments to be siphoning our resources so that they can continue to share them with the colonial masters. We'll continue with the concept of colonization. We know that these colonizers, they keep changing their tactics. The loans that they give to Africa, they're usually tied to their natural resources so they can steal. We have a wonderful video that you guys can watch at the end of this show to see. They did the same thing everywhere. They did it in Ecuador, where they went in and stole the people's resources, killing destroying the waters of the water land of the indigenous people, and they fought them. They fought the government and Chinese, and they left. When they give us this loan, they will never be used to develop anything. They will use it to buy houses in Switzerland, put their children, pay for 10 years for their child to go to Harvard because they know they will never pass. They need 10 years instead of 4 or 3 years of graduation. They need 10 years to graduate. They will build the most outlandish house for themselves. Everything is all about themselves. The more they eat, the more they spend money, the more they swallow our resources, the smaller we'll become and the bigger them and their children will become. My sister will show you guys some pictures of how when they take from you, they keep getting bigger and bigger and you keep getting smaller and smaller. They keep bribing our politicians because they know they are the puppets for these deals. They give them their tiny shares because they know that at the end of the day, nobody will stop them when they take the resources. If you recall, before 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, when we told you guys, when these so-called colonizers, because they are not investors, they are colonizers, when they come in to invest, they will bring 10 million naira and they will take out 10 billion naira. They leave our country and our continent underdeveloped, and people are poorer, and there's endless fighting for independence and freedom. When resources are scarce, this is pure economics. People are going to be fighting. People are going to be fighting. So they understood that from their economical calculation. So they make things scarce. You worry. So when I give to the other person, oh, you say, oh, you gave the person because, the person is Igbo. That's why you gave. But I'm giving to the Igbo person because she's the one helping me. That's why I gave her. I'm not going to take it to Igbo. Which one concern me? I don't know those people. People that are not the same You put them together so they will continue fighting while you continue to colonize them.